if you don't know Tiger King, it's a reality. It's a docu-series that is on Netflix right now. It is trending #1 on Netflix right now as we speak. It is the wildest roller coaster ride of a circus show. Like, it's a sideshow. It's a freak show for sure. You definitely got to watch it. It's entertaining as all get out. Okay. But the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, has a long ongoing feud with this woman named Carol Baskin. And she's a animal rights activist, the whole nine. And he is a zookeeper, and he breeds exotic animals, and he sells lions. And so they naturally become enemies because they're on opposing sides of the coin, right? Now, there's a backstory that happens in this, and I'm sorry to go into spoilers, but I'm sure you've seen all the memes and all the videos in regards to Carol Baskin. But Carol Baskin was a suspect in the murder of her husband. So her husband, at one point, just up and disappears on her. All right. Now, there's a lot of speculation on what happens to her, why she had passed, or why he had passed, or he just went and disappeared. They don't know where he went. They don't know what happened to him. So there's a lot of speculation in regards to how he disappeared, if he was murdered. A lot of people think that she murdered him. This is a case that just literally turned into a cold case because there was no evidence, none at all. They think that she pushed him through a meat grinder after she had killed him. Maybe got one of the lions to attack her husband. There's also speculation that he just got into a plane and flew off and just never returned. Maybe the plane went down in the middle of the ocean, so on and so forth, right? There's all kinds of speculation. This murder case just went dead in its tracks, and it's been dead, basically a cold case for a couple years now. So this documentary, this docu-series kind of woke that case back up. And obviously she's very famous and very popular solely because of this reality show. And one of the people who is known for, getting away with it had a lot to say in regards to his thoughts on if she had done it or not. And who would be the best person ever to talk about getting away with murder? I ask you. Does anybody know? O.J. Simpson. So O.J. Simpson went to his own social media, and he had a lot to say in regards to if Carol Baskin had gotten away with it or no.
I've had so many people on my case asking me to watch some show called Tiger King. Well, yesterday I watched this show, and oh my God, is America in this bad a shape? I watched about 6 episodes of this show, and I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. White people! What's with you and wild animals? Leave them animals alone. The show is crazy, but it's so crazy you kind of keep watching. One thing I will say, there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that lady's husband is Tiger Sashimi right now. I'm just saying. Take care, and I hope you find something better to watch.
That is what's going on. That is very real, y'all. And one thing I love about it is in the very beginning, you could see the gloves on his hand. Of all people, for a fact, he would know for sure. You would know for a fact. He would know for a fact if he had about how to get away with murder. So anyway, what do you guys think?
Hold on, this was dropped on April Fool's Day. Is this not an April Fool's joke?
You know what? That's a very, very good question. No, I think this
because the irony.
The irony is ridiculous. I mean, anything that was dropped on April Fool's Day, there's always a questionable, you're always giving it that side look. But no, he's crazy. OJ's a special kind of crazy. So I think for without a shadow of a doubt, yeah, he had something. Yeah, that was his honest opinion.
He's got gloves that fit on his hands in that video.
He does have gloves that fit on his hands in that video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was like, "Oh yeah, that dog, that man is definitely Tiger Sashimi." Yeah. He been around the block a couple of times in a white Bronco. But anyway, continue.
What was it that he was actually thrown in jail for? Wasn't it like stealing his own signed thing from his daughter or from a fan or something?
Yeah, he was stealing back memorabilia, I think, from some collector or something in Vegas.
Yeah. He was...
one thing about O.J. Simpson I always think about is, you remember he was Nordberg in Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
And throughout that entire movie series, he's constantly being, like, lit on fire and, like, the bed closes up on him. And, all that kind of stuff. He's just constantly just getting tortured in that movie. And I wonder, do like the Goldmans and the Brown family, do they like sit around and watch that movie as like some sort of a catharsis? Yeah. Like, at least he's finally getting his comeuppance. He's getting, his wheelchair is going down to the edge of the baseball stadium and he's flying off the end of the upper deck.
Yeah.
If I were a Brown or Goldman family member, I'd watch that movie and be like, "Yep, that's what I'd like to do to him." But. Are we 100% sure he didn't kill the Tiger King guy? Maybe this is all just some 4D chess.
Well, the Tiger King guy is still alive. He's still alive and kicking. And I'm not going to ruin the movie for anybody, but at the same time, he is still alive and kicking. You definitely go watch it. It is a entertaining and enraging and hilarious and emotional roller coaster ride. It is something to watch for sure. But because of this whole situation, because of Carol Baskin saying, "Sure, I'll go back on and talk about this whole mystery about her husband," guess what happened? The cold case has now been reopened for investigation. So now they're going and investigating even more into the situation. Any person that was going to try to get away with a murder probably would have been like, "I don't think I should talk about this because I don't want to rehash things or reopen a can of worms or anything of that sort." So they literally have reopened that cold case because of that docuseries. So in a way, Tiger King, Joe Exotic, must be really, really happy right now because he's hopefully getting what he wants out of the situation, because he, for a long time, has been saying on his show that this woman is a killer. This woman is a murderer. She killed her first husband, her second husband, I'm sorry. She killed her second husband, blah, blah, blah. And because through that murder, she gained millions from him because he was a millionaire, multi-millionaire. So that's why she's been able to fund all the crazy stuff that she's been funding. You know what I mean? Danny on YouTube just said a little bit ago, out of all people, OJ, really? Yeah. Why OJ, man? Why does OJ have to have an opinion about anything that has to do with murder? Don't you think that he would be like finding like opinions about scooping ice cream or something like that, or butterflies or daffodils, or, you know what I mean? Gardening, something that's so nonviolent. Of all things, he has to have an opinion about this?
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.